Shout out to Black Fox Newz, I appreciate it. This is what's happening. Great Jackson, Hill, Charlotte. You know the brand, stop the violence. Right here, this is where we are. We had a decrease in gun violence, in homicides last year. Not in gun violence, in homicides. So we decreased about 17%. We want to continue that decreasing of homicides. Be praying for the family of Cherish.
Feeling good. We're gonna hit you with something different this time, you know what I mean? Let's go. I'm living for God. Everything I do is for Christ. The devil tried to ruin my life, had to sit behind bars. Gotta wait for it, you know? I'm living for God. God. And I'm still here, God. Let's go. God. Yeah. Listen, I'm living for God. Everything I do is for Christ. The devil tried to ruin my life, had to sit behind bars. So close to losing my life. Darkness confusing my sight. All I knew was the right. Tired of having ugly days, so we made beautiful nights. Wasn't no celebration for the graduation. We was trying to make funerals nice. Fighting for blocks that we didn't know. We was thugs in harmony like Busy Bone. Sometimes it haunts me when I sit alone. We was making zombies out bitches stones. Wasn't too good with my measurements. Honestly, I was too close to the edge with it. Living so negative, was believing the rhetoric that my life was irrelevant. It was just death or jail, that was definite. With my talents and gifts, I was negligent. You would say I was sick in the head of it till I found out Jesus my medicine. I was a soldier driving on the road to Zion, New Orleans Pelican. Saw hell, now I'm seeing where heaven is. 37 and as free as I ever been. Now I'm intelligent. God is real, how you know? I am the evidence. Hill, Charlotte, I'm the founder and president. If you need me, then I'm probably out shepherding. I'm a Samaritan. Cause these kids in America don't feel like Americans when they see a flag that is Confederate. Thank God that I'm changing the narrative. I'm living for God. Everything I do is for Christ. The devil tried to ruin my life, had to sit behind bars. So close to losing my life. Darkness confusing my sight. I'm living for God. God. Yeah. I'm living for God. God. Yeah. I'm living for God. Everything I do is for Christ. The devil tried to ruin my life, had to sit behind bars. So close to losing my life. Darkness confusing my sight. I'm living for God. God. Yeah. I'm living for God. God. Yeah. I'm living for God.
This is Grady, man. Black Fox Newz exclusive. We over here at the YMCA in Charlotte, at the Keith YMCA. You know what I'm saying? And you know, some good brothers in the neighborhood, whatever, people that's trying to do right, lead the youth towards a positive direction. They over here having a basketball program that's really like lined up with March Madness. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give y'all the scoop on this, along with their seminars that they have every weekly. Check it out.
So look, man, Greg Jackson, founder of Hill, Charlotte, the leader of the Stop the Violence movement out here. They call me Mr. Hill, Charlotte.
I got a lot of my friends here from government, citizens, entertainers. We're gonna do a lot of stuff right now. It's gonna be an interesting conversation. DJ Hef is on the ones and two. I'm your man Greg Jackson, founder of Hill Charlotte, leader of the Stop the Violence Charlotte movement. Shout out to everybody that's part of the Stop the Violence movement. God bless y'all, I appreciate y'all. And with that being said, I'm gonna introduce your host. What's up, Mimi? I'm gonna introduce the host, the one and only, the incomparable, the strong, the entertaining, the college educated, the woman of God. Everybody give it up for Duchess of Ink. Hey!
That's me or you?
What you say?
That me? Hey, beautiful people!
We started this basketball tournament really to get to the youth, man. We wanted to find a way to see what they love, and so we could do what we love, which is turn them into leaders, make sure that they're being protected and secured, and they know all of their gifts and their talents. And why not do it while playing a game of basketball? I've always been a fan of basketball, of course. Wasn't a player myself, man, but definitely knows that this is the way to talk to the youth. You know, especially these young men that we want to get in the same room with, you know? So definitely want to make sure that they had the jerseys that rep the brand, you know, just having this on, you know, walking around in the school with the shirt, the hat on, Stop the Violence. That energy you put out is the energy you receive. So, you know, I'm a basketball fan, but I'm more of a fan of them being all that they can be. And if I gotta get to them by playing ball, I'm willing to do that.
We just had a little tournament, the YMCA, in Charlotte, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's just about leadership and keeping them off the streets, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean, for the kids, you know what I mean?
I see you breaking asked for a
Yeah,
coach,
yeah,
though.
I was getting it in with them. I'm getting it in with them, you know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
Players coach. I'm a players coach. You know what I mean? They do it on 2 games every Thursday too as well.
Alright, so it builds up to like a tournament bracket?
Yeah, like we doing like a March Madness. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, you gonna try to be around for the championship, though?
Yeah. That is $1,000 too for the winner.
So what's the relationship between the program and March Madness? Because I see it's happening around the same time. Was that
Right.
intentional?
Yeah, very intentional. You know, I know that they're looking at college. They want to be D1. They want to be playing ball, and that they have aspirations to get there. So why not? While they're watching ball, they playing ball in a tournament style, so they can get a feel of what it's gonna feel like during this time of March. You know? Yeah, just preparing them for what they want in life.
Peace, love, something God love. Can't hold us down no more, you heard? It's something God love. Peace. This something that God loves. This something my God is. This something my God was. Why you always out serving? That's something my God does. I show you that agape, yeah, that God love. For real. This something that God loves. This something my God is. This something my God was. Why you always out serving? That's something my God does. I show you that agape, yeah, that God love. Open up your arms, Lord. Give me one of them God hugs. Way the devil been attacking, he aiming at all us. I got my shield of faith, sword of spirit, I'm armed up. Love to the Justice League, my brothers, we squad up. I'm strong, but sometimes I feel like I'm gon' bust. In my city, when somebody's in need, they call us. We stand in the forefront, praise with our arms up. My spirit longs for Jesus like flesh in Starbucks, for real. I thank you for being here. You answering all my prayers. Your love so clear, to the throne I'm a co-heir. Your seeds get sown here. Yo, you making the devil mad. Well, tell him I don't care, for real. I'm on point like a javelin. Every word is accurate. Jesus made me a pacifist and he made me an activist. I was stiff like a mannequin, walking dead, brought me to life. I feel like Lazarus. Peace to the disciples that was traveling. I rep the King of Kings, you know, Jesus of Nazareth. Shout out to every queen in the Bible that was battling. The Esthers, the Deborahs, Mary and Mary Magdalenes. This something that God loved. This something my God is. This something my God was. Why you always out serving? That's something my God does. I show you that agape, yeah, the God love.
You was a spitter.
Oh, I got bars.
You used to be
of course.
called Caliba.
That's right.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. So how does Caliba from NY come down to Charlotte doing My Hill Charlotte and Stop the Violence? That's
Caliba
right
gets
there.
transformed to a grown man named Greg Jackson, who does not go by his street name no more. And that's how the transformation happens right there. You let go of the past and take in the new. And start doing new things.
Is that what you're trying to lead people to do with the program?
We ain't trying to do nothing.
Heard that.
This is what we do. And we do it every day by leading people, being able to follow God's plan, and understand that we can't always be in the leadership role. Sometimes we gotta let others lead, and we gotta follow what the plan is, man. But that's all it's about. Staying humble, you know, letting God order your steps, and then walking into your purpose, man. Making sure that you're doing something purpose-filled on this earth at all times, you know, pouring into other people.
Y'all know who William Avery is? No. William Avery. William Avery came to the program, youth program, I think it was on Tuesday, no, Monday, excuse me. Came on Monday, had the, what do you call it, house arrest, anklet on, caught up in a lot of different issues, had a lot of problems, but came to the youth program to interview and say he wanted to turn his life around.
Was this
Done with the streets. He was finished. This is on Monday. And yeah, good interview. And the youth program is designed to help you get your CAMT certification, like apartment maintenance, different things like that. Walk you through it, get your GED, your high school diploma if you don't have that. get you all set up, but they got to make sure you want to do this. And he passed with flying colors. Maybe call him Trey. And so he did go in the interview, and then maybe about an hour after you left, they shot and killed him.
See, with something like Hill Charlotte, I mean, it sounds, the name itself, transit, you know what I'm saying? It's active.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of energy behind that. So you felt the need to heal Charlotte when you saw a lot of the things that you were seeing, like some stuff that you were describing in the class?
No, I knew Charlotte needed a healing. And with the God that I serve, that's all he's about, is being able to be a healer. You know what I'm saying? And Charlotte had enough Band-Aids over gunshot wounds. They had enough. They had enough Band-Aids over root causes.
When you say Band-Aids, you're talking about like legislation, maybe.
Yeah, enough Band-Aids, money. You know, being able to take, you get $500 million and you take, 20,000 and give it to an organization and say go fix a problem. That's a Band-Aid, you know. So Charlotte had enough Band-Aids, and we knew that this city needed a surgical healing. You know, we needed surgery.
So there were some issues there. So we said the majority were male, 60% were 30 years or younger. Trey was 17 years old. 17 years old. It kind of reminded me of that's why I hate the movie, Menace to Society ending. Right? Then came. I think I do. Man. We have black folks on this level internalizing this stuff. This is why I started with, may not have made sense in the beginning, hopefully it makes more sense now. We started with who black people were. The proper self-image. Just the concept, the strategy behind labeling from a oppression standpoint. This one. Who's in your group? It's gonna be
I mean, it definitely looked like that's what's going on in the class.
Surgery is happening.
Yeah, like you're almost. Yeah, I mean, you're educating. You two, you and your partner, educating people.
Yeah, I'm not educating. Brother Marifi Quayle is educating. I'm just.
Okay.
I like to be a visionary and a conduit of the community, and I just know what our people need. And I mean, that's all it's about, man. It's like, you have the ideas in your head, and just because you have the ideas don't mean you have to deliver them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's people in your oikos, in your circle, whatever you want to call it, your circumference, your cipher. There's people in that have the leadership qualities to be able to deliver the message. You might just have the idea, you don't got to deliver it, Mm-hmm. So I'm blessed enough to have people around that can deliver.
A lot of them, came out from gangs and made street organizations, and were trying to be entrepreneurs. Again, the system was trying to, do all they could do was to, to bring them back into that nigger mentality and nigger positions, so they can be, put them either in jail or kill them. And that's what you said. That's part of the, the system. Like I said, even if they try to change, you got other, situations that put them back.
So. Rage Against the Machine, I don't know if y'all.
Yeah.
I know about a little bit of the music. Rage Against the Machine, Zach said anger is a gift. There's a way where you can have what they call that righteous anger, and it causes you to get some stuff done, right? Like, that's it. Or, just...
Is there an overall aim? Do y'all have like specific like numerical goals that y'all are trying to meet as an organization? Stop the violence and heal Charlotte?
Yeah, I mean, for Stop the Violence, man, it's just to continuously have a decreasing of crime and emergency calls in marginalized communities, specifically black and brown communities that we represent. To build mentors with the young kids, 14 to 18, and be mentors for them. But to overall just build safe communities in our neighborhoods that we represent. And for Hill Charlotte, man, we're bridge builders. That's what we are. We're master builders that aspire to be bridge builders in the community. Take someone who's from our neighborhood and bring them to a new experience that they thought they wouldn't be able to have due to our connections and our resources that we have, man. So that's what it's about. And then after that, this Saturday is our Stop the Violence Stellar 8 tournament, our championship basketball game. We have 4 teams that are playing this Saturday. It starts at 12 o'clock, ends at 2:30. These are young men from the ages of 14 to 18. We've been giving them leadership skills, character development as we've been playing ball and practicing with them. So that's gonna be great. Y'all make sure y'all pay attention to that. We'll have more stuff coming out about this workshop.
About to get it in with the people, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? It's a different type of time. Y'all know me, y'all already know what time it is. Movement while still keeping what you do being cool and all that.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm a Christian rapper, you know what I'm saying? So I make my own hip hop, make sure that they can listen to that. And then we got another guy, Chris Meadows, from D1, and he gave us some music for them to play during their, you know, when they making their dribble mixes and all that. Just giving them different music to listen to, different content to have. You know, the music that's out there is not the music that they always gotta use, you know what I'm saying? We just gotta change the messaging, change the narrative, and give them different content to use. And if they wanna use it, use it.
Yeah. I think that's real important. All right, we gonna see more about what the Stop the Violence joint is about.
Yeah, man. Next week we got the workshop going, hosted by Brother Marifa. This Hill Charlotte Stop the Violence Gun Violence Prevention Workshop. Next Saturday we back here playing ball, and then next Tuesday, matter of fact, we got the Stop the Violence celebration of women happening at Press Box from 9 to 12 o'clock at night. It's gonna be lit. I got Latara Love Notes coming with a live band. Reese Raps is coming to blow the stage down. It's going down. Telling you, everybody, shout out to Black Fox News. I appreciate it. This is what's happening. Great Jackson, Hill Charlotte. You know the brand, Stop the Violence.
What up, it's your girl, Duchess the Big Queen of the Queen City, always sitting so pretty, and you're here with Black Fox News.
Hello. Mike. I gotta be right here. I see it.
I want to read it too.
Of course. That's not even mine, that's yours. Boom.
Hey, beautiful people. I love to see beautiful people on such a beautiful day. I hope y'all woke up this morning with great energy, great spirits, and you brought that energy right here with you. And it's just gonna be a beautiful day of love, like art. You see all of the vendors. Some of these vendors are creators of their own art. We actually have an art gallery that you can check out some art. Amazing panel. Tons of needed information. You know how you get a lot of information that you really don't need? Today you're going to get the information that you need, because we're going to make sure that we thrive and lead the examples that need to be led in this community to make sure that people know how to stop the violence. There's so many different ways to evolve and deal with conflict resolution. I'm talking about from domestic to friendships to strangers. It's just so many different ways that we can choose to deal with things different. And today is all about the beautiful energy that we see all around us. I hope y'all are excited to just celebrate that life with us, because it's a lot of people that are not here with us today. And a lot of that is because of violence. So to be here for a cause greater than that, that's just such an amazing thing.
You are my family. I am your family. He is your family. So we are here to celebrate an amazing day and something that is extremely important for us to hold dear to our hearts. So I want to introduce myself. They know me in the community and throughout Charlotte as Queen Butterfly. And my husband is King Chet. So we are here to honor the day. And through our history and and our experiences, we've always wanted to give honor to our ancestors, those that have come before us, that have paved the way for us. And we want to constantly remember that and not lose sight of the fact that they've already paid for our crown. And
okay, first we want to give a shout out to our ancestors, to the first people who stepped out of Africa and migrated and populated the entire world. From the people who gave you botany, algebra, chemistry, civilizations, ways of governing yourselves that all people could share in the wealth and the glory of this creation.
we want to say Ashe.
Ashe.
June 25th, 2022. Stop the. Thank you.
So why are we here today? We're here because we have an epidemic of gun violence in this country. And I'm not sure if you know, but 110 Americans die a day from gun violence. More than 200 a day are wounded. And many of us, you probably know, or you saw on the news about the school shooting in Uvalde, Texas, which was exactly a month ago yesterday. Just a couple of weeks before that was the horrific Buffalo in the grocery store, which was racially motivated. So we know that we have a problem. We know that there are more guns in the United States than people. Say that one more time. There are more guns in the United States than people. And we know that, and this is one of the things we're going to talk about on this panel, that if someone is in a high area of poverty, they are more than 4 times likely to die of gun violence. And did you know that just today, President Biden signed a bipartisan gun violence prevention bill into law? Did you know that? It was the first, who can holler, please? Who can holler? That was the first gun violence prevention bill that has been signed into law at a federal level in 26 years.
Wow. Going back to the programs we have for sports with the kids here in Charlotte, we have officers that go read in schools, we have school buddies program. Like I said, we have, and really this, I can't really say as much because if it wasn't for the support of City Council, a lot of these programs just wouldn't happen. We have a great City Council here in Charlotte.
The problem that we are having is we don't know how to connect with the community, and we don't want to connect with the community because we're law enforcement. Well, I'm going to tell you a story real quick.
Facebook.
The reason that you all are here today is because of this right here.
I haven't done a Facebook Live yet.
Me and Greg Jackson fussed for 3 hours. Face to face, 3 hours, arguing about what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, what you're going to do, what you're going to do, what you're going to do. And when we were having that argument, gun violence happened. And it stopped our conversation. But it didn't stop our passion. And you got to have this passion.
Stop.
And if you don't support this, it's many things that I love, and this is one of them. And this is something that I support, and I always support.
I will never give him.
Because I'm proud to be Greg Jackson's friend, and I'm going to be proud to serve this community with Greg Jackson. But see, you don't know how this started.
Okay,
This started without people listening
You
at
want
first.
some too? Let's see if we can find
We
it.
ride in the bus. We have this saying, say, what, Greg? Knock. That means we knocked on so many doors and somebody promised us everything, but they never gave us anything. But that did not stop this man's commitment, and I'll always be in his corner. Because I hate to embarrass Greg, and myself too. I won't buy a t-shirt. You know why? Because I bought the first ones. I ordered the first one. We went to people to say, give us money, and you know what they said? No. I didn't know what Cash App was until I met Greg. And Greg said, we're going to Cash App somebody some money in New York to send us the t-shirt, and I was going to surprise him. I had the very first t-shirt that Greg gave to me that did not fit. It was a small. But the passion is what I want to say. This is what we're looking for. Because after we leave today, we want you to be inspired just like Greg is inspired, and you go back in the community and change your community. We can't change it. If y'all think that the four of us can change it, you're sadly mistaken. We can help change it, but you have to be committed and continuously involved when they say no. You're going to go to functions that only 5 people are going to be there, or 10 people are going to be there. Nobody's going to walk with you. Nobody's going to stand with you. But then if you keep on going with it, it will develop. Because when I see Greg now, it gives me great pleasure, but it's also emotional because I know how many times we knocked on the doors and they promised us stuff. But I'll tell you a joke that me and Greg had. Well, let's go to the meet because they do serve good food. They have the good lunch. They have the good lunch, so we're going to go. Even though that they're going to say no, we're going to say, they do have a good lunch. But what happened is...
That's some Viva chicken.
That's right. That's what we said. They got Viva chicken. They don't have fried chicken. But you have to have that passion. We will do our part. God knows we will do our part. Law enforcement will do their part because I'm going to say this. You have 2 of the best leaders in law enforcement serving this city. Because see, I know Chief Jennings' heart because we worked together for many years in homicide, so I know his heart. I know his passion. So don't turn your back on any law enforcement. Embrace us, not just during Police Week. Embrace us every day, and we will embrace you every day. If you want to get involved with the sheriff's office, there are the guys in the gold shirt and the ladies in the gold shirt. If you want to go on this journey, now if you want to hang out with us now, when you get tired going out every day feeding people, because nobody's...
Any of you guys familiar with Rappers Delight? I know the OGs know Rappers Delight. Anytime you hear, I said the hip, hop, the hip, the hip, hip, hop, it don't stop, the rock, bang, bang, boogie, say up, jump the boogie. There you go, okay. I wrote part of Rappers Delight. Okay, and I'm not saying that to brag, I'm saying it to make this point. The person who used my lyrics for Rapper's Delight was my friend, he was my manager, he was down with me. And when the opportunity came, he didn't even tell them he was my manager. He just took my rhyme and went and they made him part of the Sugar Hill Gang. Now, I'm saying that to say this point. How I reacted to that made the difference whether that situation became violent or not. It's not that it happened. That situation could have changed my life.
People don't belong to you.
Had I been part of the Sugar Hill Gang, my life would have been different.
They make other friends.
Maybe better, maybe worse. But he took that opportunity away from me.
My friend, that's what.
Had I used violence, then my life would have been over. My life would have been over. I never would have had a chance to recover. Get another chance at it, make another record, keep striving. No, my life would have been over had I resorted to violence. Now, when we started hip hop back in 1973, okay, this wasn't about $1 million industry. It was about we had no resources. We had no programs. We had no instruments in our schools anymore. So we took the only thing in our house that made music, a turntable, and turned it into our instrument. The culture was made so we didn't have to be involved with gangs. Hip hop is here so we don't have to be gangsters, so we don't have to be drug dealers. That's what hip hop was made out of. So now for hip hop to be the vehicle to promote violence, that goes against everything that hip hop was meant to be in the first place. So before thugs and perpetrators, before the alphas, before the betas, before beepers and cell phones and retro cards and FedEx and food stamps and metro cards, before cops was 5-0 or Gax was answers, before all the b-boys turned into break dances, before Lex was crazy, out turned to Swayze, because said it's hot, humid and hazy. Before all the bull, and by no means get this twisted, my name is hip hop. And I have always existed. In this physical form or in the essence of rhyme. A Grandmaster Cash, people, greatest of all time.
This time, you come out here, okay?
vanity, unaccepting of wisdom and easy neglect and enmity. All I can do is the opposite and pray is temper sanity. You're so blinded by the culture that you losing your cognitions. Think you holding grudges, the grudges holding you like some hostages. Some of y'all was in a pandemic, when the pandemic hit the panic, ignore the smoking, now you choking. Now you reaching for the fame, my heart is grieving. I pray you find your reasoning again. Until then I'm out here feeding, catch me seasoning the blade. I stir the pot, food for thought, but y'all think eating is money. Now eating is an empty stomach, feeding the hungry. Eating is being who you are, even when they look at you funny. Eating is being the smartest in the room and they think you a dummy. Eating is bawling, crying, but answering the FaceTime with a smile. Eating is saying your grace first, even though you ain't ate in a while. Eating is giving up your last, cause you know God will provide. Eating is fasting, eating is adapting, eating is paying your tithes. Eating is living with your heart and spelling your appetite. I promise eating is winning just as long as the myth is right, that's right. So tired, but the heart's so cold. Yeah, that's right. So I'ma take God where the church won't go. Oh yeah, January, summer, but the way it won't snow. Oh yeah, summertime glow, but the heart's so cold. Oh yeah, so I'ma take God where the church won't go.
We got all right, that's good, but I'm gonna do it sideways.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate it.
That's why tradition is so important, in that we look at things that once worked for us. If we just look at our current condition as a natural reality for us, and not look at what uniquely has happened to us, and not draw on some of the successes of the past, I think we're gonna miss it. I think one of the first things we got to do is to bring our children under control. And you bring them under control by creating safe places, environments, spaces where you're able to nurture them, engage the parents, and again, develop the individual while you're developing the community. You can't effectively just develop a child and then leave the community in shambles when the child has to go back out in the community. So we work on both. We work with the young man himself, we work with the families, and we work with the community. We've been along the Batesford Road corridor specifically, but throughout West Charlotte, we've been engaged since '99. And some people may not have heard about us, and because we don't always get the publicity, some people believe you cease to exist. Because you don't get the funding, some people might believe that you're not relevant. But we've been steadily, consistently doing this level of work, and I think, again, it includes engaging the young man, his family, and then developing the community, because that village must be a place where the village helps to reinforce to the young man what he's learned.
A lot of teenagers that I have grew up with kind of not put the past away, because you can learn from the past, but they also use the past as a learning tool to go forward. So I wouldn't say forget about the past. I would say use that to triumph over whatever you got going on right now. Because we're not in the days where we were when the pandemic was here. We had a new trajectory. And I learned that myself as growing up in the pandemic, is that I can't no longer talk the way I used to talk. I can't walk the way I used to walk. And I can't go places I used to go. So I can't no longer stay in that mindset of what happened back then, because that's back then. Because I have a forward mind. So I want to see where we can take this from now, starting now, forward, if that makes sense.
So it's not a response when something's happened and people are highly offended by the type of crime. We must change very calculatingly, must change the level of consciousness, how young people see themselves, self-hate, group hate, and when you don't value someone, you treat them any kind of way.
Connect with kids somebody else might. And while us double teaming Al Haji, with the REACH program in Hill, Charlotte. That young man is gonna graduate from high school on time. He wasn't gonna, he was really out of it. He was out of it. I thought he might need to get a GED. You know, but he's gonna graduate next year from Julius Chambers. He's been through a lot. He's writing essays now about his experience with gun violence, and I'm very proud of that. And it was not just work that I did, but it was to the depth from CMPD to make sure that he had an opportunity when he got out of school, on the weekends. Like, I got phone calls like, yo, you gonna buy the cleats? I'm gonna buy the cleats. Somebody buy the cleats because he wanna play football. So for me as a community member and as a leader, I appreciate the service, I appreciate the help at times because we can't do it all alone. So shout out to everybody on the team. We need everybody.
Just to piggyback on that, man, I think what the man really told us today is that love is the answer. Am I wrong? Love is the answer. So we really need to teach each other to love each other. My man brought up the word consciousness. Consciousness is so important, but it really all leads back to love. Am I wrong? Go ahead, brother. Take us out of here.
DJ's all on you. Thank y'all again for coming out, and hopefully you learned something. Again, thank all of our panelists up here. Again, remember, we are the change in our community. Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Greg Jackson, Mr. Hill, Charlotte. Welcome to Stop the Violence Day. It was an amazing event. Shout out to everybody that was involved. Shout out to you for coming. Shout out to you if you didn't make it. Don't you miss the next one. It's on you, community. I'm gonna hold you accountable. You gotta come out to these events. I see you at the club. I see you at the open mics. I see you at the mall. I wanna see you here, all right? Stop the Violence Day 2022. Greg Jackson, Black Fox News. I appreciate you.
This something that God loved, this something my God is, this something my God was. Why you always out serving? That's something my God does. I show you that agape, yeah, the God Open love. Up your arms, Lord. Give me one of them God hugs. All my sin been washed away. I'm covered in God's blood. Every day is a struggle, holding my cross up. We all clay on a potter's wheel that God touched. You lost love, nothing with God is a toss up. He died for every sin. You know what it cost us? Not a dime. When I got baptized, this diamond shine. Serve a big God, ain't nothing little about this light of mine, for real. I pray you know who the master is. His conception's immaculate. Do you know what his status is? Power? Can't imagine it. Blessings? Couldn't fathom it. That's why I pray for hours. I be passionate. Peace to the disciples that was traveling. I rep the King of Kings, you know, Jesus of Nazareth. Shout out to every queen in the Bible that was battling. The Esthers, the Deborahs, Mary and Mary Magdalenes. This something that God loved, this something my God is, this something my God was. Why you always out serving? That's something my God does. I show you that agape, yeah, the God love. This something that God loved, this something my God is, this something my God was. Why you always out serving? That's something my God
we speaking to a lot of the hip hop community too when we talk
Yeah.
through these lenses.
Yeah.
So it's clear that you're not no slouch rapper, like by any means necessary.
Absolutely
You know
not. No slouching is happening.
Yeah. So it's like, what do you have any upcoming shows or events? So where could people catch you spread your message in that format?
Yeah, every last Tuesday of the month at the press box. We got a lot of things that happen there as far as events, as far as showcasing, seeing talent. Me personally, do I have a show? I don't have a show coming up. I just performed at the King's Movement Conference, Christian conference that happened out here.
You can check our Instagram page.
So,
we shared that.
Yeah, I appreciate that. You know, new music is coming, new video coming, video on YouTube right now, Living for God. Y'all go check that out. And then shout out to my brothers, the Justice League. They got a lot of music out. It's a lot of content out here. Y'all just gotta look for it. Look for that positive content. It's out here, man. Go to hillcharlotte.org and look out for that Hill Charlotte app that's about to drop.
Okay.
You know I'm committed to. Don't make me get biblical. If you knew where I was then and where I'm now, nothing short of a miracle. Can I be real with you? In my baptism pool, felt the Holy Spirit move, couldn't say syllables. Now it lives in my physical, and I'm busting these Christian moves. I'm living for God. Is that how you living too? Everything else is minuscule. Stop thinking cynical, or cause we live under grace that a little hint of sin is cool. I'm living for God. I'm choosing to fight. Light a torch, give me a fuel and a light. Ready for war, wear a suit in the day. Strap on my boots in the night. I'm living for God. I was tired of sinning. God forgave me, did a lot of repenting. Fighting for souls and I'm trying to win them. See heaven gates and I gotta get in them. Too much love, I can never hate you. Why bury now when I can elevate you? God save me, I'm forever grateful. Now I live to be one of heaven's angels. I'm living for God. Everything I do is for Christ. The devil try ruin my life. Had to sit behind bars. So close to losing my life. Darkness confusing my sight. I'm living for God. God. Yeah. I'm living for God. God. Yeah. I'm living for God. Everything I do is for Christ. The devil tried ruin my life. Had to sit behind bars. So close to losing my life. Darkness confusing my sight. I'm living for God. God. Yeah. I'm living for God. God. Yeah. I'm living for God. Abba. The great I am. Prince of Peace, Lord of Lords. Before Abraham I was. I know who I'm living for.
Well, knowledge, chill. Uncle Rod, what up?